Hi, today we are doing math. We're doing lesson 2.2, and we have a new question that you should have tried solving before you watch this video. So the very first thing we need to do is read the problem and then answer these questions to ourselves about the problem. So the problem says Garcia has 130 trading cards. Mark has 280 trading cards. How many trading cards does Garcia and Mark have together? So what is the problem about? The problem is about trading cards. What are we trying to find out? We're trying to find out how much Garcia and Mark have together and what information is important. The 130 and the 280 are important. So I'm going to write those numbers right up here so I remember what they are. Now I forgot what they are already. So I'm going to click and look. 280 and 130. So it says, how many do they have? Let's read that one more time. It says, how many do they have together? So I'm going to put these numbers together. So first I'm going to add my hundreds. So I'm going to add 200 and 100. And if I put that together, that's 300. And then I'm going to add my 80. Oh, I don't want that there. Get rid of that. So I'm going to add 80 plus 30. My handwriting is kind of messy because I'm doing it with a mouse. That's kind of tricky to write with a mouse. And then I don't have any ones to add, so I don't need to add ones, but then I need to put these two numbers together. Well, if you notice, there is 300s in this one and 100 in this one. So we need to put those together, and that makes 400. There's 0 tens and 1 10, so that makes 110, and 0 plus 0 is 0. So the first way I did it, I got 410. Now I'm going to try a different way, so I'm going to write 280 plus 130. Now this looks like I'm doing it the regular regrouping way, but I'm actually not going to do it that way. I'm first going to add my ones, because when you add, you should always start with the ones. So there's 0 ones. Then I'm going to add my tens. So I'm going to put a 0 there because it's my tens column, and then 8 plus 3 is 11. Then I'm going to add my hundreds. I'm going to put 2 zeros since it's my hundreds column. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then I'm going to add those together. So I got 410. You could also do the regular place value way of adding. So 280 plus 130. 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 3 is 11. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. So I got 410 there. So since I've done it 3 ways, then I'm pretty sure the answer is 410. But if I wanted to round it and add that together, that would be a good way to check it. So if I think of 280 and I think, then the 100 before would be 200, the 100 after would be 300, and 80 would be closer to the 100 after. So 280 would round to 300. Then if I think of the numbers before and after 130, before 130 would be 100, after 130 would be 200. So if I round that, since 30 is less than 50, it rounds to 100. So my estimate for this one is 400. So 400 is close to 410, so my estimate makes sense. So you want to make sure your estimate is close to what your actual answer is. So there's a few different ways that you could have done it. It's okay if you just did it one of the ways. If you didn't get 410, try to figure out why you didn't get 410. This is showing the base 10 model, so that's not one of the ways I showed you this time, but it shows there's 130, then there's 280, which meant that there was 300 plus 11 tens, and they actually took this 11 or 10 of these base 10 blocks and made another 100. So this is really 100, 200, 300, 400, and then one of these are left over, so that's 10. So 410. So, and this is showing the way that I did it. I added the zeros, there was 0 ones. I added the tens, there was 8 plus 3 is 11, and since it's the tens, I have 1 0. 1 plus 2 is 3, but it's the hundredths column, so I have 2 zeros. So then if I put those together, then that gives me 410. So let's answer some questions. I'll need you to listen closely, and if I'm going too fast, either pause it or back it up and listen, because I can't write on it, but I can tell you what the answer should be on here. So it says each number broken apart into hundreds and tens. What's the total number of hundreds and tens? So if we look at this, the total number of hundreds is 400, and the total number of tens is 1. So there's 400, you'd put a 4 in the number 1, and then 1 10. Because we combined one of the, or 10 of the tens into another 100. So it says there's enough tens to make another 100. So we regroup the tens. 11 tens is the same as 100 and 1 10. So you're going to put a 1 in both of those. Now, what is the total number of hundreds and tens? Well, if you combine them, there's 400 tens because we had 300 before. And now with the new 100, we have 4 hundreds and 1 10. So you should have a 4 and a 1 on that one. Then it says how many trading cards are there? Well, 400s is the number 400. So right here, you're going to write the number 400. Then you'll add 10 to that, and you got 410. So we don't need to worry about 5 or 6. You can just skip those. Okay, so this is applying your thinking. So this is adding the ones, adding the tens, adding the hundreds, and telling me the answer. So in 8, you're just going to add the ones, add the tens, add the hundreds, then put it all together. 9, you get to choose which way you want to solve it, but do it 2 ways or do it 1 way and then round to estimate your answer another way, but you need to find a way to check your answer. So either do it 2 ways or estimate to check it. Same thing here, do it 2 ways or estimate to check it. And then once that's all done, you need to complete your green pages 35 and 36. If you have any questions, just save them for me, and the next time that we are together or on live, I will answer your questions, but you're going to do page 35 and 36 today. Good luck with addition.